Hello and welcome on-campus students to Legal and Professional Skills. My name is Jackie Jones and I'm the Subject Coordinator of Legal and Professional Skills, and this is your entry into the Practical Legal Training Program. This brief video is an introduction for you and an explanation of things that you can do to prepare for your first week as an on-campus student. I'm sitting here in a trial court at UTS, and this is going to be a place that will become familiar to you because in one of the workshops we're going to be in the trial court and you're going to be on your feet and get a feel for what it's like to be a lawyer. And also in one of the other practical legal training subjects, you will have an assessment where you're going to be on your feet. So welcome to the area of law, the real world of law, because of course practical legal training is the bridge or the transition from your learning to the practical application of your knowledge. So welcome to PLT. You have either completed all your core subjects and some of your electives. Some of you might be in the process of completing your subjects, and you are now getting ready to be admitted as a legal practitioner in New South Wales. And so PLT sits at the very end of your degree, and it's the transition or the bridge between your learning and putting that learning into practice. And so workshop 1, we're going to be doing lots of activities, and in preparation for workshop 1, I'd like you to do 3 things. 1, something to read. I'm going to give you some tips on things to read. Secondly, maybe something to do. And thirdly, something to listen. So let's just go through those 3 steps. First of all, what are you going to read? So if you go to UTS online and you're all registered as into the subject of legal and professional skills, you'll go to the lectures and resources space, and it's got a lot of material there. If you go first of all to the course documents and have a look at the subject outline. Now I know that most students at this stage of their learning are a little bit over subject outlines, but it's a very important document because it sets out what the objectives of the course are, and it sets out your learning through the various week by week stages. Importantly, it also provides essential information about your assessment tasks in this subject. So please take the time and have a look at the subject outline. Then there is the on-campus workshop space. So there's a special space just for you on UTS Online for an on-campus student. And in that space is going to be the weekly workshop tasks that we're going to work through together. So have a look at week 1. The introduction to legal practice, and there you will find student notes and a fact situation. So what I would like you to do in preparation for that workshop 1 is to read those student notes, read the extract of lawyer-client relationships, so you're coming into workshop 1 with some knowledge. So we've done a little bit of reading. Now it's time to maybe watch or listen to some material. Again, I'd like you to go to UTS Online because it's a space where we've got lots of information for you. There's a welcome video which sets out where legal and professional skills sits as a subject in PLT, and there's also videos on the 3 assessment tasks. Now there's good news, there's no exam in this subject, but there are 3 assessment tasks that are actually very different to what you've experienced in core and elective. Why is that? Because this is all about a practical training. It's all about taking the knowledge that you have and applying it in a real world setting. So have a look at the videos on the 3 assessment tasks, and that'll just give you a bit of an understanding, put the framework as to where your learning is going to be going in this subject. I've also put an MP4 file about a local court. Now what that is just an opportunity for you to see what a courtroom is like. Some of you may never go into a courtroom, others of you might be a litigator as I have been over my years as a lawyer. So have a look at MP4 videos, it just might give you a bit of a taste. Better still, if you've got some time, go and sit in the back of a court. Now there's lots of courts around Sydney or in the suburbs. They're open. Go and sit in the back and just see what it actually is, how justice is delivered in the court system in New South Wales. So that gives you a little bit of watching, a little bit of reading. Now what to do. Okay, so go to the on-campus workshop space and have a look at those student notes and start making your own notes in response to that document, so that when you come to workshop 1, not only have you read a bit of information, you may have looked at a little bit of material online, but you've also started to apply and have your thinking cap on about the material we're going to discuss in workshop 1. I'm going to talk about workshop 1. It covers 3 aspects. First of all, it covers what it means to be a lawyer. Secondly, about admission as a legal practitioner. And thirdly, the challenge of identifying a client and what it means to have a retainer with a client. Now, what does it mean to be a lawyer? You and your fellow students are going to reflect on your prior learning, and you're going to construct a table of the values, skills and attributes. Now these are going to be familiar to you because you've all engaged in the ethics component of your law degree. And that table will be posted online and will be a reference point for you throughout the subject. The second aspect of workshop 1 is all about your admission as a legal practitioner in New South Wales. And we're going to look at the Supreme Court rules, the Supreme Court Act, importantly the Legal Profession Uniform Law and the Legal Profession Uniform Admission Rules, working towards the very special ceremony in the Banco Court in the Supreme Court where you are actually admitted as a legal practitioner. The third task in workshop 1 is the identification of the client and what it means to have a retainer with a client. Being a lawyer has many dimensions, and you're going to explore a number of those in workshop 1. So that's why if you go to the various readings in workshop 1, that will help you and give you a framework for that workshop when we come together for our first on-campus week. But very importantly, it's just bringing you into workshop 1 with an appreciation of the subject and what you might be expecting. So finally, I like the motto of keep calm and be prepared. As a lawyer over many years, preparation, preparation, preparation is the best thing that I can say. Importantly, I hope you're going to enjoy this subject and take away skills that you will be able to apply either as a lawyer or whatever profession you go into, and I look forward to seeing you in Legal and Professional Skills. Thank you.